Good morning, children. Welcome back to our social science class. Today, we will learn a new chapter from economics, that is chapter 1, development. So, let's start our class. So, what do you mean by the term development? So, it's a process of economic and social advancement in terms of the quality of human life. Next, development is a process of improvement and changes required for better living and existence. Now, in this chapter, we shall discuss about economic as well as human development, but we are mainly focused on human development. And if at all human development has to take place, then the human beings as individuals should have goals. And the goals of the individuals differ from one to another. If you take a few examples like landless rural laborer, his goal is better wages, more days of work, local school for children, and no social discrimination. Similarly, if I go for a prosperous farmer from Punjab, he wants high prices of crops, high family income, and hard working and cheap laborers. Then, if I am going for farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops, he requires first thing is rain because it's adequate, so it's adequate rainfall. Then the second thing is irrigation facility so that he can grow multiple crops. So he can grow 2 to 3 crops in a year. Understood? Then rural woman from land owning family. She needs a share in family land holding and respect, dignity and quality education for children. Then if I take an urban unemployed youth, he requires a job, so it's employment. So second, not only job but job security. Then a girl from rich urban family, it is safe and liberal environment. Second, studies abroad. And third, the brother should contribute. Now a boy from rich urban family, he needs carefree life. Next, studies abroad. Adivasis from Narmada Valley. Now these Adivasis are fighting for a cause, that is on the river Narmada. Sardar Sarovar Dam is developed, and because of that many villages, that is the villages of Adivasis, become landless. So all the requirements is small check dams or tanks. Then second thing is they do not need a huge dam. So no huge dam construction. Understood? Because they see that whenever these dams are constructed, the villages have wiped out. Understood? Then, so when you can see the first one, landless rural laborers, then prosperous farmer from Punjab, farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops, a rural woman from land owning family, urban unemployed youth, a girl from rich urban family, a boy from rich urban family. Now these are all individuals who had their goals. So the question is, people's development goals vary. Explain with examples, and this will be the answer. On the other hand, if you look at this, any two, they have conflicting goals. So the question is, explain how two groups may have conflicting notions of development. And to understand that, we have already seen prosperous farmer from Punjab and landless rural laborer. So what is conflicting? On one side, it is hard working and cheap laborers. This is what is needed by rich man. And the poor man requires better wages and more days of work, which is opposite of it. Then if you take a rich person, it is less days of work. Understood? That a boy, a rich urban family and a girl from rich urban family. One is carefree life, another is free, another one safe and liberal environment. So both are different. Then third, Adivasis from Narmada Valley. They don't want huge dam, but industrialists they want more dams because that would be good for their industries. So these are examples of conflicting goals. Now the question, mention any 3 characteristics of development. First of all, different people have different development goals. Income is the most important component of development for some people. It may be destructive for the other. For development, people look at mixed goals. Besides seeking more income, people also seek things like equal treatment, freedom, security, and respect of others. Now, talking about income and other goals. So, we have understood income. So, what about other goals? The requirements will be a pollution-free environment, then public facilities like schools, hospitals, transport, equal treatment, freedom, dignity, and honor. Now, how do we measure development? When it comes of the world and different countries, they are divided into 4 groups. The pink color indicates countries that are advanced. The light blue color indicates in transition. That is, they are moving from less to advanced. The yellow ones are less developed. Even India comes it. And the oranges are least developed. Now, how do we compare development of different countries? In this map, we have seen different colors. Orange color is for advanced, less developed. Light blue color is in transition because they are moving from less to advanced. The yellow one is less developed countries. The India comes under this less developed countries. Then when we talk about income, that is India, we are talking about the income of a country, that is national income. So gross national income means is the value of all income produced by country's residents, that is the people of that country. So it includes both citizens of the country and foreign residents within its geographical borders, plus net receipts of income, that is in the form of wages, salary, and property income from abroad, that is coming to our country. So in short, GNI is a measure of all money, goods, services, and investment that come into or stay in the country. So can we take GNI of different countries and say, okay, one country is developed, another is not? So can income be a measure of development? The answer is no. So let's try to understand why. So different countries have different populations. So comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn, because some countries are very big in size and some countries are small. For example, India and Japan. So in India, population and land is more, but in Japan it's not like that. Understood? So comparing countries in terms of total income is not a good measure. So we can go for average income of a person of that country. The average income, let us see whether it is a measure of development. So average income, how do we get? Average income means it's a total income divided by its population. So this is also called per capita income. Now, according to World Development Report 2017, the countries with per capita income of $12,056 per annum come in the category of rich countries, and countries with per capita income of $955 per annum will come under the categories of low income countries. Then where does India comes? India comes in between. That is, India's average income is $1,820 per annum. So India will come under the categories of middle income, neither rich nor poor. So this is the World Bank decides whether the country is developed or not. So we are talking about averages. Okay. So averages has drawbacks. It hides disparities. So let us understand. So suppose I take two countries, A and B. When it's come to A, this is the total income. And if I take the average, it comes to 10,000. Then if a country is of B, it also comes to 10,000. But see the distribution of A. The distribution of A is almost equal, but in B it's not like that. So in B there is unequal distribution of income. Understood? But the averages are same. So that's why it say that the averages are high disparities. So in which country will you be happier? The answer is obvious, that is in country A, because in country A all are rich, but in country B it's not like that. So average income cannot be a measure of development. So the question, why do we use averages? Are there any limitation to their use? Illustrate with the example. The answer is, While taking total income as comparison, the total population varies from country to country. The big countries have higher value than small countries, so averages are taken. Then what happens when averages are taken? Averages neglect inequality. So the real situation of improvement is not reflected. And that is why the averages are not useful for comparison. They hide disparities. Now, on one hand, we have average income and other criteria. On other hand, so when we take the individual goals, we found that people not only think about income, but they also think about other things like more income, that is their primary goal. Then apart from that, they also want liberty, respect, freedom, equal treatment, peaceful life, security. So let's compare the three states. First one, on the basis of per capita income, that is average. Here Haryana is ahead. Then when we take infant mortality rate per thousand, it means if an area 1,000 children are born in one given area, out of this how many survive and how many die. The number of children dies before the age of 1 year is called infant mortality rate. So that is best in Kerala here. Then literacy rate. It means anybody goes to who know read and write. That's in the age 7 and above. So on that line, Kerala is head. Then net attendance ratio per 100%, that is going to secondary stage. So the age group is 14 and 50. So here again, it has to be Kerala. So what do we understand? Kerala is better in all other areas. Only in per capita income, the Haryana is better. So this tells us that the people in Kerala are happy. Why they are happy? Because in Kerala, the public distribution system is good. Everyone is getting. Then second one is people are healthy, and the education system in Kerala is better than other states. So that's why the numbers are better. So the health facilities are better, the public distribution system are better, and educations are better in Kerala. Now the question, money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live well. So what is the answer for this? Money cannot buy a pollution-free environment and protect from infectious diseases. Public facilities like schools, hospitals, transport, public distribution facilities are based on demand. And money cannot buy equal treatment in the society, freedom, dignity, and honor in their life. So we have a big list. So this explains that money in our pocket cannot buy all the goods and services. Now to understand health better, we have body mass index. What is body mass index? Body mass index determines a person's weight in regard to his height. It shows whether a person is overweight, underweight, or normal. Body mass index is equal to weight in kg upon height square in meters. So if it is less than 18.5, then he is underweight. If it is more than 25, it is overweight. Now we take an example. Ravi is 20 years of age, has 65 kg of body weight and is 1.4 meter tall. So find out whether he is undernourished or overweight. The answer is, we write 65 upon 1.4 square. And the answer will be, and that is final answer will be 33.16. So we have understand that he is overweight because his BMI is more than 25. Now come to how to measure development. So first we have to look total income and average income. Both of them have drawbacks. So next we will discuss about HDI. It's an important attribute to measure development. Then what is HDI? The UNDP uses a criteria called HDI to measure human development. So what is UNDP? United Nations Development Program. And the Human Development Index is a statistics of 3 indicators to rank countries in the rank of human development. So the first factor is gross national income, that is per capita. That is per capita is the average of gross national income of country. The second one is life expectancy at birth. Life expectancy at birth means average number of years a newborn is expected to live. The third one is mean years of schooling of people aged, that is average number of schooling of people, that is up to the age of 25 and above. So when we take these three factors, first one tells about income, that is average income. Second one is the life expectancy. And the third one is average number of years of schooling he or she went to school. So based on that, we have a world map and countries are divided. So HDI is expressed as a ratio between 0 and 1. The countries that is closer to 1 are developed and the countries which are closer to 0 are less developed. Now we will take some countries starting with Sri Lanka. The ranking is 76. And if I take India, our rank is 130. Pakistan 150. Myanmar it's 148 and Bangladesh 136. And these numbers are out of 189 countries. And our rank in India, our rank is 130. So which country is first? The country that is first in the world is Norway with an HDI of 0.949, which is close to 1. Understood? Then explain the Human Development Index. So Human Development Index is a statistics of 3 indices used to rank countries in their levels of human development. That is gross national income per capita. Then it's life expectancy at birth. Then it is mean years of schooling of people aged 25 and above. Then what is the difference between the main criteria used by the World Bank and United Nations in classifying different countries? In classifying different countries, when it is United Nations, we have to write these 3 points, that is gross national income, life expectancy at birth, mean years of schooling of people aged 25 and above. Similarly, what about World Bank? The World Bank divides the country into 2 parts. One with the country, the per capita income is more than 12,056 US dollar per annum. And the countries with the US dollar 954 per annum is considered as low income countries. Now we understand development. Then next is sustainability of development. What is sustainability of development? Sustainability of development means the development should take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generations. Now on sustainability of development, what is the question it is asked? The question is, the earth has enough resources to meet the needs of all, but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. How is this statement relevant to the discussion of development? Discuss. And our answer is, the development does not just depend on the economic factors of a country, but it also depends on resources available for the people of a country to use. Natural resources are non-renewable resources, and it is the responsibility of the people to use them only to meet their needs and not to satisfy their greed. If natural resources are not used wisely now, future generations may not be able to use them for their needs, which will result in the downfall of development of a country. So it is said that the earth has enough resources to meet the needs of all, but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. So with this, we can conclude the chapter.